Hello, hello. How's it going? How's it rolling? What is up, guys? It is Monday. It's a very, very sad Monday. I'm glad I get to stream. Otherwise, I would be somewhere between like happy and this sad. Today would be a downer, but I get to stream, which means I get to be upper for a little bit. We were in the desert. We were doing deserty things. We gotta do a couple of desert side quests. I think one of them is fighting skeletons. I know we have to bide out time until nighttime for Luxurion. Not quite sure where we're gonna go from there. Where are things right now? We have 8, which is perfect. Actually a lot of EP. Last one standing, we need to fight a lot of things for that. Skeletons we can do. Skeletons might be a good bet. Monster flesh. What rough beast slouches. I am really curious where that's at, actually. Let me do some soft poking here. Because I actually don't think I ever did this quest. Which appears in the giant sandbox starting day 7. Oh. Oh, okay, so we can't do it until day 7. Well, that makes sense. What day is today? Day 5. We got 2 days before that. Life stream. We could probably do that one. Arithmometer. Confine Monka's arithmometer. The lounge is near the entrance of the north. Interesting, okay. I need to look for that one. For example, who wants pierced rifles? This is Ramon. Okay, so we need to do that one before we can do this one. Which is interesting. Because, like... we can't... Wait, what? This is page 2. Okay. Interesting. So, skeletons, and we gotta go find that arithmometer. Where is that one at? Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I can do that for sure. We probably already found it, sort of. Actually, I think we did, to a point. Alright, we're gonna hop on out of here.
Don't you go busting up our room. You're mine.
I love how this cat's always here. There is always a cat here. We can very quickly do that. Oh, the damage. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. I can't believe we're doing that much damage. Alright, so... Oh. Oh. Okay. How do we get over there? Wait. Time. Chrono. Gotta do the chrono. Yeah, so we're stuck in a wall. Time door. Yes, it needs to be at night. So we cannot do that until night. Or is that the truth? I think it might be that right thing, actually. Yeah. No, it's a time door for sure. And Sure, the people skellies gonna lead them.
Okay, let's do this.
Go. Got it.
Now you know who is stronger.
Alright, so that's 2 more. Yeah, we don't have a lot more left on that one. To the lower levels, and then we spin around and grab that guy. I gotta say, I am slightly enjoying, and I'm also slightly not enjoying the Zero Sugar lifestyle. I definitely feel a loss of like energy for sure.
You're gonna regret this. No looking back.
But I'm getting better, which is the goal. It's crazy how much we kind of like abuse our bodies with like sugar and foods and stuff like that it just does not need. But it tastes good, I guess, and is slightly addicting, I will say. Oh gosh, this is not the one I thought it was going to be. Shoot. You know, I don't think there is an easy way out of this. Cat. Must kill the cat. Is this Kate Sith? Schrodinger. That's right. Alright. Just absolutely shred. Pot shard. Oh, those have the pot shards. This makes so much more sense now. Is this going the right way? Yeah.
I saw this coming.
Oh, come on, I definitely hit that.
No looking back.
Just the sheer damage that I'm doing with that attack is absolutely nuts. And it's just a normal ice spark attack. Oh yeah, this is an easy out. What am I talking about? Okay, so we gotta go to... right on the tablet, Grave of the Colossi. Grave of the Colossi. Yes. Do we want to kill all the skeletons? It's a better question. Or should we hold off on? There's a lot of questions to be had here. I do know that we definitely do need some more lizard tails though, I think we need a couple more. Lizard tail. Mighty Mo!
Don't even try.
Oh no. It's this music. Definitely changed, right? Is that just me? Oh, what have you guys? Oh,
You're on dangerous
what have
ground.
you guys? Well, let's see. What are you weak to? And
Time to mix it up.
oh, this will be interesting.
You're so
I don't
eager
know
to
if we
die.
can. We might be able to. There we go.
Let the darkness embrace you.
Okay. At least we got those two
Wait
out.
for the dead. You will be reborn. You're so eager to die. Okay.
And that attack is just so annoying.
Time to mix it up.
Dude. Okay. I'll swallow them whole.
Get back to
Alright, that didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to. Is Ringa? No, it's resistant. Oh, this should be perfect for the status elements
You're
one
so
though.
eager to die. Don't even try.
Are they impervious to that? No, they're not. Okay, so we do get 2 for this. We're definitely gonna heal.
Thanks for waiting.
And it's also healing.
You can't read me.
Not what I wanted to do, but okay. That works.
Keep up if you can. My tears fall into the chaos. Pray for the dead.
I don't know what to do with its mouth open. That's the only thing, right? There's got to be some sort of strat here that we're missing out. During the first stagger or when the enemy is attempting a swallow attack. So it's either or. The effect is greater than winner tribute attacks. Nice. Which we don't have, actually.
Will
Ouch.
be reborn.
Swallowing hole.
No
Nope.
looking back. Thanks for waiting.
Okay. Yeah, we should really make our skills appropriately placed out. Oh my gosh, Trophy, why? Why you betray me like that, man? Alright, so we got the stagger.
You're so eager to die.
Still doesn't really do that much damage. Got it.
My tears fall into the chaos.
Okay.
Going to change course. Time to mix it up.
Yeah, we're definitely healing after this. Well, we could use some potions, actually. Let's use some potions.
I won't go easy on you.
No. There's no point in not healing.
Go to hell.
Double the stagger? Oh my gosh. We're almost there.
Time can't be stopped.
Okay. Got it.
Final words.
Got a Runga and Desert Rose for that one. We did not heal though. Three more assassins. Okay. Healies. Gotta go this way. Oh, it's this place. We actually found this place. Oh my gosh. Again, the soundtrack in this game kicks, man. don't think I've seen another MMO game, or not MMO, but JRPG with such kickin' awesome tracks. Like, there are quite a few games, right? Don't get me wrong, but nothing like where everything is just a banger. That's what this game is. Everything's just a banger. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, or Silk Scarf. What is that, mind you? ATP recovery 15! That would be really nice, except, yeah. Maybe you could, on the... Hold on.
Hello, peasant.
That might be nice. Hey, Raid, how's it going? How's it rolling? I'm starting to slowly get it, man. How is your night? Alright. Got that. Ooh, what is that? Arithmometers! We did it! we interestingly enough did the quest before actually doing it.
You're gonna regret this.
Gorgon Upsid! Rubber Gorgon Upsids.
That must be it. Paul was looking for his last memento of his wife.
Alright, we're gonna pause time again here.
It's broken, but it wouldn't hurt to take it back to him.
Yes. Oh, hey! Wouldn't you know it? It's one of these little guys. Come on, little guy. I need your skin. The cactus skin. Oh no. Oh my gosh, look at how much we're shredding this right now. He's also guarding half of it. That's the sad part. He's guarding half of it. How are you? Nice! Kalalin? Is it Kyalan? Kalalin. How's it going, man? That's awesome. Dude, 13-2 was such a blast. I remember hating that game so much that I actually ditched this one. But revisiting it recently, it was a really fun time. I really don't know why I disliked it so much. I think it was, well, it did go outside the norm of RPGs, but I, looking back, really enjoy it now. Where are you at in 13-2? How are you enjoying it so far? Are you liking it? Disliking it? I've been on both sides of that coin, so I can totally get either side. I think actually there was a point where we kept getting into fights, and I was begging the game not to throw another fight at it at a certain point. Much like this one as well. The Underground Ruins was quite an interesting time. That's good to hear, Rain. Yeah, it's been an up-down day for me.
It's simple. The strongest wins. To the future.
Can we actually break through? Oh my gosh, we can. It's crazy that you can actually element these guys. It really is. Wait. We're actually not all the way through yet. But yeah, this game is it's an interesting bunch. I would definitely say give it a shot. It's very much different than 13-1 and 2, but the payoffs in it is really nice. And I think that's one of my favorite parts about revisiting the whole trilogy, right? You get the whole scope, and this game is a nice bow on top of everything. We're gonna do another chronostasis here, fight this guy, which will give us another 2, and we're almost back to full.
You're on
I think it came out in
dangerous
2011, and I skipped it after coming back to Hong Kong. I totally get you. Then I bought it back in 2013 after moving to Seattle. In 2012, but only played the very beginning. Didn't try it again until a couple years back. We got stuck. Yeah, dude. The thing with that one, at least, right, that I noticed, is that it really requires you to explore your surroundings, which is weird. It's weird because, like, not too many JRPGs force you to really thoroughly explore before continuing on. And that one heavily relies on that. It's almost like a hide-and-seek game to find the proper, well... Okay, one of the things I don't get in that game is that it tells you two things. So one is that keys open up specific gates, but it's really just a generic key. And then the other one is that you need a special key to do something with the gates. And I think I figured it out after my full playthrough again, is that you get a generic key to unlock the gates, but you need a special key to rewind the gates. And that's the important part. Rewinding the gates with some additional things gets you more story, which I didn't quite understand for a very long time. Sunlit Waterscape. That's nice. I think I got to a different further part on another save. Yeah, the interesting thing with that one as well too is that it's linear, but it's very not linear. Like, you can jump to other places in other playthroughs and not see certain places in other ones as well. Okay, we're almost there. Hopefully this way. What is the soundtrack? They like to refresh a lot of the previous soundtracks in this one. It's like a soft remix. I don't think I've ever heard this one, like, ever. Just a new soundtrack dropped. Hey, who dis? How's it going? How's it rolling, man? Hope you're having a good day. Also, I'm glad I get to hang out with you guys. This is such a pick-me-up. I don't know what it was today, but it was just such a humdrum day. I think it's also because I didn't get enough sleep. Sleep is so needed. Where is that guy? Is he further down? Oh, he's further down. We can dodge you. Oh, he is actually right here.
This is my wife's. I'd know it anywhere. The arithmometer that she so loved.
You've got your wife's memento back, so now you can leave the desert anytime you want. Isn't that right?
Like I've got any place else to go.
Oh.
Anyway, it would have been better if you just never found it. I want to say goodbye to the desert where my wife died. But I don't want to leave the desert where she lived. Don't you see? Now what am I supposed to do?
That's up to you. And if you can't figure it out
Oh.
yourself, well, then why don't you just think about what your wife would have wanted for you?
What Monica would have wanted is she always wanted me to make it out here as a merchant.
Well, we've just made
Me and my
a
shop.
competition.
She wanted to help me achieve my dream of striking it rich.
I guess you have your answer. If you're going back into business, how about I be your first customer?
Yeah, I'd like that. After all, I owe you. You brought me back. You brought our dream back to life.
Aww. Double aw. Do we get a mustache? Oh, a gold padlock. Now the question is where does the gold padlock show up? We're gonna go ahead and save that really quick. Catch you up on chats while I'm resuming my job search. Some bad news has happened. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I have a whole thing about that actually. I will tell that story in a bit. Also, if the PS3 ever dies, ditching Sony altogether, I could see that. There's some positives and some negatives. I would say though, if you want to play a lot of the old games, an Xbox Series X/S will actually upres your games to be better, so you could buy 360 games and play them in 4K quality. And some games actually get an upgrade treatment. I think I mentioned this last time to you as well too on stream, but like 13.2 and 13 actually has up-res versions of themselves but it's only for certain consoles, which is weird. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I honestly don't like Xbox at all. This is like I have a 360, didn't really play it too much. This is like my only other console of Xbox that I kind of enjoyed a little bit. I'm a PS5 guy at heart, but yeah, that's like the best way to play a lot of these older PS3 2-ish titles, I would say. But it's a real hit and miss depending on like what type of love and care they have. All right, we gotta go talk to the other guy. And what about this guy? What do you sell? What did we work at? Oh, that's beautiful. We just got a bunch of notes that we already had. Oh no. We could go over here. What time do those clocks open up? It actually doesn't say down here. I want to say it's 18 to 6. I want to say it's 18 to 6. So we have about 4.5 hours to spare. Yeah, the 360 games for 13 got a lot of love and care. I think Lightning Returns is the only one that didn't. So when you do get to it, it does show quite a bit. But yeah. Not really playing the order. Is that the graphics in particular looked like they phoned them in? Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's interesting. I actually found a documentary of it not too long ago because apparently 15's 10-year anniversary happened. And I'm old. I'm really old at that point. But they talked about how 13 really kind of ruined 13 Versus and the other games as well too, because they all relied on the same engine that the first game had. And the engine that the first game had was very, very fine-tuned to that game, which made it look absolutely brilliant. But then anything else that didn't necessarily follow the rules of 13, which was the corridor sections with very tight-knit level design, kind of just got shoehorned pretty badly. It was not optimized at all for these games, and it shows. It really does show. Oh my gosh, can we?
Time can't be stopped.
Okay, there we go. I would say by far, this one in specific, it's really more enjoyable for the gameplay than it is the actual graphics, because oh boy, the graphics are kind of sad. Facial hair doesn't really move with the mouth pieces. There's just so much that I could go on and on about it. Oh geez. I thought there was another creature over here. I just can't stand the cat. Okay. Are we like staggered every time he does that? Okay, there we go. I was in another chat. We were fighting about the look of 15, especially 16 as a snooze fest. Oh, yeah. I personally, I will say 16 is like my favorite of all time game. Just because going from like a technical artist background, that thing is a serious technical marvel. Even with like today's consoles, it's still just absolutely crazy. But it definitely did. It had color, but it didn't have the vibrancy as these games do. It's like the saturation did get pulled down a little bit there. 13 in specific, I really loved the old school 2000s futuristic looks. I think that was the most fun. Like the whole final level, oh, I love that thing so much. Alright, Jameis, you don't need it, but what about this guy? There was a dude in here that wanted competition. Where is that dude? Is it this guy? Yes.
A little sandbird told me what you've been up to. You've been busy, haven't you? But is it true? Is old
Oh,
Ramon open for
yeah.
business again?
All I did was help him get back onto his feet.
Helping him at all is more than enough. The world's
Aw.
a pretty hard place to live in these days. You don't see a lot of people helping each other out. If there were more good eggs like you around, maybe this place wouldn't have ended up the ghost town that it is.
Someone's got to be the first to start. Why not you?
What? 'Cause I'm a ruthless, greedy salesman. I don't do a thing if there's no profit in it.
Are you sure? For someone
What
who
is this
claims to be
camera
a
angle?
ruthless salesman, you look pretty happy to hear about your rival's return.
That's ridiculous. You'll be out of business again in a week, I'll bet. If
No.
he does manage to cut it somehow, a competitor might help me stay on my toes. I'll say this, my wares and my service will both be
These
better than
camera
ever.
angles.
I certainly hope so. Don't let me down now.
Oh, those bottles look amazing. You can tell they were really stretched for polys. All the poly counts, man. Talking about 15 though, if you do have an ancient TV, it is really hard to really make out the amazingness of some of the scenes of that. Level 15 you were saying? No, the 16. The final level of 16. Is pretty amazing, and just like 16 in general, I would say a lot of the big gaijin fights and stuff like that, the particle effects that happen,
For stopping by.
it's absolutely crazy. Oh, we got potions. Those would be really nice like a while ago. We'll buy more potions.
You better make it back.
Where else do we need to do? We need to go back into the ruins and fight some skeletons. We should probably run down the clock a little bit more, but also Luxurian. Oh, that was a shroud over there. 15 in general though, I didn't really vibe too well with. I think the issue is that I was really stuck on the fact that I was hoping it would be akin to Kingdom Hearts. And it is in a way, but it's also very
You're on
much
dangerous
not,
ground.
because you just kind of hold the button. But when I first played through it, it was an interesting time, I would say. Whether PS3 looks better or worse on modern TVs. Ooh, that's a good question. I would say it's depending on the size, right? Do you have a old box TV? Is it like an RCT? Or RCT, man, I don't even know. CRT. Or is it like an actual flat screen or plasma? The 3S, I can't speak today. I will say the PS3 is like on the cusp, right? So if you have the full-on composites or ability to run HDMI, it can look pretty nice. It doesn't make it look necessarily worse like it would like a N64 PS2. I think those are kind of where it really shows, because it's like a 460p image or less. Nah, it's a 1080p HD. Gotcha. Yeah, I would say upgrading the TV would not be a bad point. Stick below 30 inches though, and you'll really have a good time with it, I think. If you get something like a I run a QTV, which is QLED. That's pretty good for the most part. Oh, wait, what?
This door seems to be locked from the inside.
We
We're not
didn't
getting
open
in
this.
this way, that's for sure. Looks like the search is still on. Perhaps you'll be able to open this door from the inside once you find your way into the ruins.
Oh no, I never opened it. What? is going on down here? Skeleton bro. A little worried about OLEDs. Yeah, I would say maybe try and stay away from OLEDs a little bit. The burn-ins aren't too much of concern unless you're playing the same game for maybe 3 years. You might find a little bit of a burn-in, but they do have ways to refresh it, so it's not going to be as bad as like CRT's burn-ins and stuff like that. QLED is probably the best route to go if you have a well-lit room. OLED is probably the best route if you have a light-controlled room. By that I mean like you're not going to have the light shining on the screen and stuff like that. If you do, QLED 100%. And try and go for a moderate one. The cheapos at the store don't do it justice. And make sure that whenever you do go for one, it specifically has a gaming mode on it. Those TVs are a little bit wonky, right? So the cheapos usually tend to not have a gaming mode, which doesn't allow you to accelerate its refresh rate, and you'll get some pretty bad tearing. But with gaming mode turned on, the motion AI turned off, and the colors tweaked in a little bit, I bet you would really enjoy how it looks. Even for like the older games, it'll make the colors a little bit more HDR, so it'll actually pop all of those out a little bit more. Yeah, light does shine. So yeah, I would say definitely QLED in that case. OLED, the reason why you wouldn't necessarily want it is because it's not backlit per se, while QLED is backlit. Backlit means you don't get the darkest darks, but to be honest, I've never really noticed it myself. Then again, I also haven't really done an OLED screen before, but the QLED that I have seen, the blacks are pretty black at the very least. We want skeletons. We gotta go this route. I don't know why, because we were already seeing skeletons over there, but we'll go down this route. I think Sony rather than Samsung. Yeah. Sony definitely is pretty nice. I haven't necessarily seen too much of their screens. I've mostly stuck to Samsung, which so far has been a really nice experience to a point. But then again, I've only stuck with the Q series. They do have a greater pool though, I will say. So the inchinification of TVs definitely probably more prevalent there. We're gonna clear out these skeletons, part of this quest, and then pop out. But I will say, so right now I'm playing on a 2K. You know, is this actually OLED? I think it might be OLED. Now I'm really curious, actually. Hold on. I'm curious. AOC 2K monitors. Oh, dang. It is... Okay, so... I want to say the one that I did get is probably, it says QD OLED. I'm guessing it's probably like a mini LED one though, but I do know it is 2K QHD. And most of the games don't look half bad, but then again, I'm not stretching it across the whole room, right? If I was playing this on the big TV out there, I could probably feel the pixels a little bit because it's not meant for that sort of stretch. Which route do we want to go? Let's go down this route, right? That's a pretty good route. Yeah, that's a pretty good route. So scaling the TV down to like a moderate size would probably be key to getting like good pictures and stuff like that.
Won't go easy on you. Time can't be stopped.
Okay, so really quick to tell you guys about that story with tech support and IT, right? Being downsized. I cannot stand companies anymore downsizing their departments because of stupid AI. I hate AI with a passion. I really significantly do. If I'm forced to use it at work, I'll use it, right? If I have to, I will. But
Come and get it if you want to die.
I can't stand it anymore because it's not fair, it's not intelligent, and it's not good. It's literally predictive text is all it is. And it's meant as a tool, but it's not meant as the end-all be-all tool, right? So like all these videos showcasing just the absolute flaws with AI is just so funny and sad at the same time that companies have and are getting rid of whole departments of people for an AI. And
Come and get it.
it's so infuriatingly bad. So, alright, I have a Minecraft server, right? And I run it through a server host. I think it's Minefort. And I did it a while back ago for stream, and then I just kept it up and played it with friends and family as well too afterwards. So, all right, they had an outage. I haven't had to ask tech support for like a very long time, and when I did, it was a very nice, pleasant experience. This was about 2 years ago. I get a chat bot. Immediately when I open up the chat window for a live text session, I get a chat bot. And I'm like, okay, cool. Type in the question, can't make server run, it won't respond. It's like my server was just frozen in time. It wasn't working, it wasn't responding, I couldn't shut it down, I couldn't force stop it, I couldn't even see the files. Something inside of there was just going and just froze. So chatbot was like, oh, that didn't help you, these forums about like stopping your Minecraft server and getting logs? Okay, sorry, here are the next 6 steps to do. And I read through the steps, and you want to know what the last step was? You can go to the Minefort.com support page and ask for help and open up the chat and make a ticket. Does this help you? Yes. Oh, thank you for your help. Goodbye, sir. I typed in no. I have not had such a bad tech support experience in my life, which is sad because I've lived a pretty long life, I would say at this point, good 30 or so years of it. And I will say I waited in line when it said, oh, hey, your queue is 3 hours or less. And I'm like, this is like an extreme question here. My server will not respond. It's your guys' stuff that's ruining it. So they're like, oh, chatbot's like, hey, here's a log. Go ahead and grab it and I'll get you connected. And I'm like, I wish I could grab a log. 2 hours pass by. It times me out and I go back in and chatbot's like, hey, do you still need help with your problem? And I'm like, yes. Okay, here's a bunch of forums. And then maybe if you need more help, go to the chat support inside of Minefort.com for additional support help. I'm talking through it in the chat box. Like, come on, dude. So after that point, right, I managed to not get connected to anybody. And I'm like, I hate this fucking chatbot. And he's like, okay, cool, your note has been noted down and we will do something about it. I'm truly sorry about that. And I'm like, okay, cool. It still forced me back into queue. And what happened is that every time it texted me or I got timed out, it reset the queue. And it wouldn't let me progress because I couldn't grab the logs. And it wouldn't even, it would look through the text file, it would force me back in the queue further. So at a certain point, I'm like, there's no way to get any help. It then sends me to their Discord site, which support stopped earlier this year. I kid you not. They're like, okay, if you need any further help or immediate assistance, go to the Discord channel. They'll help you out. I love chatbots. I love them with a passion. I don't think they should be replacing IT people at all, because those IT people make the world go round. They really do. I had to wait 8 days. 8 days to get some support for it after screaming about it in their Discord channel, and everybody was pretty much agreeing with it. It was ridiculous. And you know what the solution was? They didn't text me at all. They fixed it. They didn't do anything. In fact, the chat support person seemed to be only online at midnight CST time, so I'm guessing it wasn't in the US, which is totally fine. But that also begs the question of, why would he post me something and then I would post back and not hear back for like hours or days? Actually, it was days. I'm not exaggerating. And then their tech support chat is broken, so it still shows me in chat with the person as they're supposedly online when they're obviously not, because thank you, chat bots. I'm inclined towards the Bravia 3. Ooh, 50-inch, though it seems there's a wait list. Oh my gosh, Bravia 3, that's a nice one. As for AI, sorry if this is too close to politics, but I know there's been YouTube videos debating whether people are actually being replaced. Oh man. I would say, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's both. And the sad part is, again, it's so infuriating when you can't communicate with someone. Like, I appreciate people of all races and ethnicities, but if I'm going for help support and I can't communicate with you, there's a problem. If I'm going to a store and I can't communicate with you to ask where something is, it's maybe a problem. And it's a problem because it's the main language. It's like me going to Japan and screaming, there's nobody that speaks English there. Well, they speak English there. Okay, what's a language that's very unknown? It's like me speaking Spanish and going to Japan and screaming that they don't know Spanish and I can't communicate with them, but Japan is the main language there. It's just like, come on, guys. We can do this. We're better as a human. Job I had at Boeing. Oh, man. Yeah. And not like bad. Like, automation in ways is good, right? Automation help is good. I love automation. I could not texture without some form of automation help. But I definitely do think there is a fine line of like automation to help out and then automation for replacement. And it seems like a lot of IT places have just been axed. Ooh, last one. Let's go.
It's simple.
We got Pink.
Strongest wins.
All right. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Alright, we're coming in strong.
Eyes to the future.
Damn, this thing is strong. Would this would be a good place to fight the floating and stuff. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. I don't know what's up. I think the juice I'm drinking is doing something here. Oh my gosh, he's trying to do it. That sword? Oh, do no damage.
Go for the dead.
Okay, we gotta chill on the moves. Perfect. Another stagger. Bravery. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Brave? Bloody sword. Ah! Oh, dude, that was half my life. No. With a blood sword? Okay, come on, we got this. Thank you.
Final words.
So early. close. Ah.
Oh, that kills people.
That's because I can talk to them. That's actually pretty awesome to hear, though. That's a good ending to that story, Clawlin. Is it Clawlin, by the way? Curse level 2. Oh man, that's nice. Actually, that's really nice. What else do we get? Bone Cracker. All right, what does the Bone Cracker do necessarily? Oh, that's auto. It's replacing auto regen though. 550 though. Wait, is that better than this one? No, it's 600. We have to at this point. That's doubling everything. The Revenge Guard is not worth it anymore, guys. We got a sick ass pink sword. What else did we get? We got Curse 2. That would be much better. That's Curse level 3 actually. Sorry. Oh, it could go up higher. Like Clawlin is fine. Okay. Nice. Nah, I totally get that, man. I just whenever I'm talking to a screen to people on the other side, right? It's so weird getting names messed up, right? Because it feels like if I want to talk to somebody, I need to get their name right. That's why I asked. Ooh, cat. We can do cat. Easy cat. Easy cat.
Pray for the dead.
How much damage does this actually do? Oh, dude, that's actually some damage right there. It's awesome. Talking about usernames, though, I've had this one for... Oh. Actually, now that you mention it, I didn't have it for that long, actually. I think,
You had your chance to run.
2004 or 2006, one of those dates. Whenever I started early RuneScape, that's when I came up with it. And I've had the name ever since. It's DF Retro Marathon. Yeah, that's the one. No, that's actually not the one. That was one of them though. It's good. I really enjoyed that one, but the one I'm talking about is actually 15. I think it's by the same people though. It's actually not. It's called Final Fantasy 15 10 years later, Mistake or Masterpiece by the Gamer's Joint. That was a really fun watch. I've actually gotten into quite a few of those, including one that goes over the Spyro game. Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, I think. That one was also a really fun watch. I love really old, or not really old videos, but videos going over really old games and just explaining what went wrong. That Spyro game is a masterpiece in itself. Mismanagement. I can say I am thoroughly glad I don't work for a company like Universal Studios or games in general.
Darkness, embrace you.
Is it Universal? Yeah, that's right, right? They have the planet, right? I'm not misnaming that.
Is everywhere.
Yeah, so the 15 video talks about 13 because 15 was for a very long time Final Fantasy 13 Versus. And a large reason why they shifted off of that is because they had to change engines, and they pretty much trashed the Nova Chrysalis engine for a new one when they were reworking it. Oh, we got a quest over here. Oh my gosh!
Oh, thank goodness. It looks Looks like someone who might be of some use has finally shown up. I was
Bhakti.
beginning to think that the world might end before that would happen. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, stranger. I am an exploratory rover bot called Bhakti.
What is this? An AI? Why are you here?
Oh, there are so many things I could tell you, and I would love to, but I'm afraid I'm most dreadfully low on fuel. And so I must ask you to consider my most unworthy plea before any explanations can be given.
I need fuel. Oh, we got plenty. When they first announced them, I was looking forward to 13 versus more than 13. That's actually what they mentioned throughout the video as well too. That was one of their clear votes. So Final Fantasy 13 versus Final Fantasy, it's not Tactics, it's that weird PSP one with Zero in it. I did not play that one at all. I actually did try and play that a little while ago, but just didn't get too far in it. And 13 were all supposed to be in like the same sort of universe and run with the same engine, but they made the engine for 13 and that heavily shafted like every other game. And that's also why this one and 13.2 looks as poor as they do. Engine optimization.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yes, I could tell you are intelligent. It is just as you suspect. I hope that you might assist me in procuring fuel. Of the robot variety.
You expect me to head out into this huge desert and hope I'll strike oil?
Oil? I am a precision instrument. No, I need specific fuel from these locations.
Oh.
Near the sundry shop. In the bandit settlement. Beside the Adamantis skeleton.
Interesting.
Somewhere at the base of that lofty and once great lighthouse. Those are the only locations I have detected so far. However, there may be others yet that I am unaware of.
I can have a look. How much do
Well, I
you
certainly
need?
got quite a few.
A worthy question. I think about 3 inertia worth should get me by long enough.
Inertia.
I am depending on your assistance. I need that fuel to save my comrades as soon as I possibly can.
There are more of you?
Yes, and I expect my comrades are most eagerly awaiting me. And now you should feel an emotional responsibility to help me, should you not? I'm so glad that we could bond like this.
That's
That is some
amazing.
programming you have.
500 years it's been running.
Robots like that Bhakti were used by the band.
Thank
Perfect.
you very much. I feel so lubricated once again. Though, but I suppose I am just a robot. A few creaks are only natural. I do envy you humans, who do not need regular maintenance.
Maintenance?
Oh, we do.
No, but we do get hurt, and then we need rest and care if we want to get better.
Yes, but the humans these days do not age nor die, compared to a robot that will never get better if it breaks down. Yours is a life of infinite chances.
Interesting.
Well, now you have a chance of your own. So what about those friends of yours who need saving?
They are just this way. Follow me.
Oh, that's what the other oils are for. I will say though, I definitely love 13 more than 15.
Any of the bots are still functioning.
Would you care to examine this wall here?
It certainly looked...
Needs a push. Oh.
Everyone, I do apologize for your long
Oh my
wait.
gosh, please tell me there's more.
You must have been quite troubled by being trapped in here for such a long time. Do not worry. You are free now to leave. There does not appear to be a response. Do you suppose they are sleeping?
Are your friends out of fuel too? If they're like you, then they'll just need their tanks filled to be up and running again.
I'm afraid they would have little use for such fuel. They are humans after all.
What did you say?
I don't think those kinds of bots came with conversational functions. I guess someone must have tinkered with it.
Well... well... Bhakti, I'm sad to say, but your fellows got into a corner and we just looted them. We just looted them.
We've been trapped for some time now. There's no food or water left. It looks like this is the end for us at last. If you're reading this, I hope you'll respect the wishes of the dead. Take our remains and give us a decent burial. Oh, and one other thing. I imagine you found a robot on the other side of this wall. If it stopped working, please bury it together with us. If it's still moving though, please fix it up and find it a new home. We may look like fools for worrying about an old robot in our last moments, but Bhakti is not just a robot. He has always been our greatest ally, companion, and friend.
Aww. This game.
My goodness. Everyone looks quite different than I seem to recall. Why have you become so thin? Did the many long years spent in this dry desert air absorb the moisture from your bodies?
These people.
My friends, they do not seem to be able to start up. If they have broken down, I will need to obtain new parts and repair them.
Bhakti, you can't repair a human like that. They're just gone. When humans die, they never wake up again.
Never start up again? But we are finally reunited after so long. I rationed my fuel so carefully, all in an effort to witness the end of the world together with them, my dear friends. I had no idea that they needed constant refueling. They must have thought that I had abandoned them here.
I don't think they did. They would have known that you were doing everything you could to save them. I'm sure they were grateful for that.
I thank you. Humans are a kind species. I truly did love these human companions of mine. Farewell, my friends.
I love the little antenna. That's just the charm on top. Cyber scanners.
Bhakti, you were the best friend these people could have hoped for. The
Oh.
light of these souls. They're the proof of how grateful your friends were.
All right.
It appears that
Oh.
Bhakti finally reached his limits. All of his functions have shut down.
Hope, what do you think this is? Can even a robot possess something like a soul?
I don't see how it could. A robot isn't made by God, but by man. But I do believe Bhakti felt for his dead companions. Perhaps those bonds gave him something like a soul. It's a nice fantasy to ponder, but hardly likely.
Man, what a game makes you tumble over a side quest and then just be the saddest thing ever. I love Bhakti though. Bhakti is a very fun little robot companion dude. He's definitely been throughout the franchise. Okay, we gotta run down and around. We could definitely do that. I feel like early 13 versus 15 gave me strong Italy vibes. It definitely did. Yeah, no, the final version is definitely more US Japan. That whole game had so much changed and cut out, and for the most part, it's a miracle it's even running, to be honest. Oh, other way.
Which way did I come from?
Yeah, in 13, it's in a little village. Vanille loved it as a little pet, and you had to fix it up, and then you got to run a couple of errands with it, and it essentially tracked your steps and gave you prizes based on how many steps you walked, like Xbox home screens and stuff like that. PS3 home screens as well, too. We want the ruffian, right? Yeah. Into... Yeah, that's after Triton's Tower. Yeah. The game really does slow down during that tower bout. That was definitely one of them that I was complaining about the constant fights. Pew 15 was surprisingly really short though. I'll give it that, right? Because 15, you're like, oh hey, I have all of this map to explore, and you really don't explore any of it.
The revenge you always wanted is complete. I destroyed every last one of the skeletons that got your kids.
You did it! You got revenge for me! Thank you! I knew you were the right person to ask.
Do you feel better now?
Yes. I suppose I do. But it's still not the same as having my kids back with me.
That's the way revenge goes.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're probably right. But at least it saved me from pickling myself to death.
You're done grieving?
I'll never stop grieving. But I feel like I can face the grief head on now. I don't want to be living in a bottle when the world ends. I'm gonna go visit their grave and tell my kids about this. I can't do much more to thank you, but at least take this.
Pioneer's eye patch. All right. We can officially jump now because we only have those two left. One of them we can't do, and the other one we definitely can't do yet. Grail of Valhalla, last date. Oh, that's right. We need to go back by 11 o'clock in the evening. And then we jump over to Luxurian. 7 is 12, 19. So we got 3.5 hours. That's what we need to do. I forgot about that. So we do have a smidgen. A smidgen. I think we go to that. Yeah. Thought process makes me think, makes me miss Florence. Good old Florence, man. Florence from 15? I'll be honest, I do and I don't remember much of 15. The thing is, I played release version of 15, and the final version of 15 that I wish I could have played, I missed out on heavily. I hear there was like an MMO for it as well too, like there was like an actual online version of the game, which was pretty cool. I should really go back and visit it. The thing is, I really didn't like the fishing minigame, and that was like one of the biggest DLCs, was the fishing. People went hard with the fishing in that one. Why are you running towards the Veil Man?
You're gonna regret this.
I am pretty excited though. For all the Final Fantasy 13 games so far, we've managed to... No.
You're on dangerous ground.
No. Why you do this to the game? This is me. This is rude. There's no reason for this. None. Oh, we're dead. We're dead. We're so dead. We are so very dead. Like, there's dead, and this is so very dead. We're gonna be in this fight at least for the next 15 minutes at the very least. Oh, Florence, Italy. I gotcha. Trying to plan a trip. Yeah. That thing is very terrifying. So post-industrial. Yeah, I feel that. So the thing with this guy is that we fought him quite a few times beforehand, but now he's got, well, let's just say a lot of buffs and regen constantly. And there's something about that regen that I feel like we won't be able to get past because of the health. So regen steps up with how much health they have. And this guy is a tank. You just can't do the damage.
Thanks for waiting.
I might be able to do something, but it's like we're kind of seeing right now, it's very much not existent. At least it's just regen for this fight, and it doesn't like dip us down, which is nice.
You're so eager to die.
Alright, so that should help us out a bit. Maybe pop it again? Oh, we're close.
Get back to where you belong.
There we go. Do a little bit of that.
No looking back.
Man, when he gets upsetty spaghettis, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. And we gotta like keep up the damage as well too, which does not help. Guys, we get the others up. Oh man, and we don't have the little counter guard anymore. We do actually do damage. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Can we actually curse and do that? And that's a big chunk. Alright, so now we just kind of have to fight. And hope he doesn't regen too much. Oh, we actually staggered? What? Man, the amount of health that we're ripping from him is really something else. Okay.
I've had worse.
Alright. Okay,
Let's
okay,
do this.
okay. Nope. Okay. Do we cut our losses? We have an hour to spare. I think yes, because we're not. If we spend more time, we're just gonna waste more potions. And is there really a rhyme to it? No. No. Oh, wait, it's Anubis. We can actually do this one. I thought we killed the
You had your chance to
Anubises.
run.
Alright, this is... Yeah, we went from like insanely impossible to now very impossible.
Get back to where you belong.
The thing is, we need more wind attacks for those guys. And we don't have anything wind related. Outside of Boston, a few other urban areas. Yeah. Game console or book. There are a lot of beautiful areas in the US, I will say. I've been to quite a few of them. It's, you just have to, you have to spend a little bit of time to look for them, I would say. They're not as showy as other places. Hey! I think up in Wisconsin there's quite a few. Pennsylvania there's quite a few.
Emotional damage! Where's the therapy button?
Actually, there's a lot in Pennsylvania. Niagara Falls is really pretty. Grand Canyon's also really beautiful. There's a couple of really amazing caves down in Arizona. There's a lot out there. I gotta say, I did experience a bit of it a year ago? 2 years ago. Which is really fun. I got to go kayaking on the Mississippi. I got to actually go to a lot of the really weird trails here and there. We still have some time. We don't need chrono yet. We can actually go farm while we wait. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I will say that's the issue with US at least, is that you really have to travel to get to those places. And there's not too much between traveling those places. There is some, I will say. I actually got to see a couple of really cool things on the way to Niagara Falls. And that was like the Eternal Flame, which is so it's essentially a gas leak that's underneath of a waterfall, and there's a fire that's constantly burning behind the waterfall. It's really cool. I really liked it. That was a really fun trek. We actually got to walk down the riverbed to the waterfall to get there. It's a bit of hiking, but it was a really fun hiking trip. We also got to see a watchtower. Sadly, we didn't get to see it at night, but at night, the stars just radiate from it, and it's one of the coolest things. But during the daytime, the rolling hills is really, really cool. I'm glad I got to do that with her. I really can't wait. We have quite a few other trips planned, so it's gonna be fun. Alright, so it's almost 7, right? No, 7 is definitely 19. What am I doing? Right? Yeah. Because right now it's like 4. Why is it sunsetting at 4? I guess it's normal sunsetty hours, huh?
Not today. Let the darkness embrace you.
I will say though, gaming in consoles is just so fun. There's a reason why I really want to become a game designer / I shouldn't say I want to become, I am a game designer at this point. Got quite a few games under my belt. Sadly, nothing that's playable to the public. But hopefully soon that'll change. Nashville. Ooh. Yeah. Where's Nashville at? I am sad to say that I don't actually know where that's at. Tennessee?
What's done is done. You will be reborn.
My strongest suggestion, if you want to find some like really beautiful areas, look up some highly rated hiking trails. It might not be to your absolute liking, but the hiking
You're on
trails
dangerous ground.
sometimes yields some of the most beautiful looking scenery. It is completely untouched and absolutely gorgeous. Holy smokes, we shredded this thing. Like, not even a question, but just absolute shred. Oh, that even does damage. That's crazy.
Accept death. Pray.
Because there's so much, and it could even be like 30 minutes away from you. Like 30 minutes away from me, I have one of the best hiking trails by far. It's a journey, but it's so beautiful. Same with Pennsylvania, right? I used to live there quite a bit. And like 20 minutes away, there is something way cooler than the Statue of Liberty, in my opinion. And the Statue of Liberty is a giant statue, right? But this thing is a hulking railroad that's as tall plus some of the Statue of Liberty. And not only do you get to see it and walk on it, but you also get to go underneath of it on a hiking trail. And you get to walk amongst the rubble of it as it's pretty much strewn from a tornado. And that's the whole stick, is that they didn't want to rebuild it because they didn't really see too much with it after that. But during its time, it was like the primary source of getting iron and steel to and fro, which is crazy. But I can say I hiked the height of the Statue of Liberty, not once, but twice, and then some. Actually, no, 4 times. in that song.
AntiEb17810 says hello everyone, waving hand emoji.
Hey, Edgy, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, we should have stopped time there.
It's simple. The strongest wins.
But I would have never had that experience if I had not have, like, looked out. Which is crazy because I didn't even know that place existed. You know, I wonder if normal attacks would actually do damage to these guys. Waving hand emoji! Oh, yeah. If you have done it, then it gets slightly more boring, I will say. Alright, we're gonna... No, we're not gonna stop time. We still have another hour, right? No, 30 minutes? Just about. Where we got that date, the date with the guy. How do we want to dress up for the guy? I wonder what that gold padlock looks like, actually. Alright. Let's see. I want to make this as funny as possible, I would say. It's not up here. It's down over here, right? Yeah. Huh. Alright. Can we... Wait, switch to a different slot? Oh. Oh, that's X. Oh, okay, there we go. Now I'm getting it. We need the Midnight Moab, right? No, yeah? I thought it was something else. Is it really Midnight Moab? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Does it still count as wielding that one? Oh, it does. Interesting. Alright. What do we want to wear here? We have too many. Eye patch, cyber goggles, hat. Okay, okay. Not a great day, but had a better evening. That's good to hear, man. We're all about that. Mario 2, dude. That is amazing. Also, I apologize for the ads. I wish I didn't have to play ads because I see literally nothing. Actually, okay, hold on. Let me check really quick because I'm kind of curious now. Okay. Earnings. What are my earnings for streaming here, right? I've gotten a total of 67 cents by forcing you guys to watch like 8-minute ads, which is awful. Actually, no, that's not even from the ad support. I have earned, I think on a high day, maybe 14 cents? Maybe? I wish I really didn't have to show you guys ads. I do it because of the streamer points, right? And because of the streaming points, you guys can do funny things like blurps and other things. But I'm definitely looking forward to the Mario 2 movie. That's gonna be a really fun one. We gotta switch over to that guy. Since it might make me lose my SSDI. Oh no. And I bring on the checks. Yeah, no. I feel like that's the really dumb part, right? I don't get how these guys make so much money from ads. Because literally ads are probably like the worst way to make money. In-game or in-video advertisement would probably be better, right? Night Mob between 7. right? No, that was that. Wait, what? Where'd you go, man?
Good evening. It's now 7 p.m. and the nightly festivities are in full
Oh,
swing.
here we go.
The
Okay.
Recreation and
You
Leisure
came
Committee
after all.
encourages visitors
You
to
look
visit all the
absolutely
attractions
beautiful.
our city
You're
has
like an
to
angel
offer.
from heaven.
Thrills,
I heard this
chills,
place serves a
light,
mean
and
steak.
magic. Our
Yeah,
city
it's
has it
delicious,
all.
all right.
We order you
But
to
first,
enjoy
let's
yourself.
watch the fireworks, okay? See? Aren't they amazing?
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
You know, I really want to thank you for coming out with me.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm just here for the steak.
Sure, sure. We're just eating, right? My girl won't get mad at me for that.
Why do you still call her my girl? I thought she dumped you.
Actually, about that, I kind of embellished things. When
Oh.
you saw me looking so blue, it wasn't because I was dumped. See, well, the thing is, me and my girl were engaged to be married. But then she died. It happened so suddenly. I was in shock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh
But then you
man,
came-
what is up with this? First Bhakti and now this. I really enjoyed this couple. I really wish they could have lived together happily. At least they were happy for the most part, right? We constantly had these guys in the background of things. They were constantly chatting. The girl was always harping on him. And they must have did the dangerous route and then... yeah. Man.
on, and I invited you out, and you said yes. And you even showed up. I mean, I didn't think you would. You don't know me from Adam. My girl and I had been looking forward to this day for weeks and weeks. She loved the fireworks of Yusnan. She said seeing them made her forget about the end of the world. But then, all of a sudden, she was gone for good. I think she guided you here, so I could enjoy the fireworks for us both. It sounds crazy, but it could be true. Stranger things have happened.
And Crystal Heart. That was worth it. Okay. So that's good to go.
Why can't everything just disappear?
I don't think there's any major things that we can do here. We can check the board really quick before we head out to Luxurian. Definitely a PS3 is a nice shelter from subscription ads. I kind of
hope you can
miss
make
not
everyone's wishes
having
come
subscriptions for everything. It kind of goes back into the whole issue, right? Where now everything is subscriptions and they don't do anything for you. I feel like the insignification of the world has definitely happened. We gotta go to Luxurian now. Probably do North Station, right? And long game downloads. Oh, dude, the PS3 had so many long game downloads. I remember that was like the biggest issue that a lot of people had with it, is that you had to wait 30 minutes to play a game. Now you sometimes have to wait like an hour and a half to play a game. Is that open? It's midnight. Well, we can fight stuff in the graveyard, that's for sure. I can't believe it was midnight. Every Xbox One game took like 20 plus hours. Dude, same. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is a story from long ago, right? So I ended up having to live with family for a little bit. And we had to do
Cocktail dress?
high-speed dial-up, and that's the best way of putting it, right? Because it wasn't dial-up, but it wasn't high-speed. It was like an in-between with satellite. And essentially, I did an online school for high school, stuff like that, so that's how I did that. But that meant that downloading anything was impossible because I had a bandwidth of maybe like 500 megabytes per month, and that goes by fast. So essentially what ended up happening is that if I wanted to download games like the American McGee's Alice that I got, I remember so much, I really wanted to play the original, I had to download that at like 2 a.m. and then stay up to make sure it downloaded for 6 a.m. Those were the times, man. I found the doll. Okay, so that is there.
Why do people come to look serious?
All right, we're gonna stop time and goof off in the graveyard here. I think that's the best part, at least.
This used to be Luxurian City Center.
I don't really have too much else to do here. I definitely jumped the boat on that one quite a bit. I thought it was close to 8, but no, it's midnight. Little midnight. Oops, sorry.
Miss Mighty Savior.
Got that one. High school doesn't sound fun. Yeah, so thankfully it was a time before Zoom, right? This is like, it was a very fun high school, I will say. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than the high school I would have went to, I will say that for sure. Wait. Oh, Storm Dragon down. We need more of. That one we almost haven't spilled too. Quality Machine Oil. Ooh. Okay.
You did a fantastical job.
Yeah. I did get a lot of like in-school activities and stuff like that, I will say as well too. So I had the best of both worlds, definitely. I was a band kid. So I was fully a part of like the whole band stuff. I was part of the color guard. I was part of the marching band. Heck, if I could have, I would have been a part of the choir group. I was definitely a music kid back in high school. It was a lot of fun, I will say. Oh man, I forgot how creepy this place is.
Are you ready to take the stage?
We screwed up big time. How do we fight this thing with what we got currently? Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay.
Now you know who was stronger.
So no biggie, but I think you skipped my earlier comment. Oh, I'm sorry. Even as far back as the N64 as a kid, I was like, why are they making this GameCube thing? Dude! Dude! 100%! I'm glad you mentioned or spoke up about that because I remember... I remember getting the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the N64 and Majora's Mask, and at the end of the Majora's Mask Prima Guide, there's this little bit for like the Wind Waker game, and I'm like, why couldn't you just make this on the N64? Like, don't make a new game console because I can't afford it and I really don't want it. I just want to play the new games. And now as an adult, I get why, right? But like as a kid, it was like such a hard sell for me at least, because I grew up after the bit. Okay, there were still bit wars, right? But it wasn't necessarily bit wars that was easy to understand because I grew up after the whole SNES wars type deal with the SNES and Sega, and I got into N64, and the N64 to GameCube really didn't have that sort of like better looking games type deal, right? They did, but it wasn't so commercialized for like the normal public. But no, I definitely get that. I definitely see that. The PS3 to this day is still probably the best working game console by far, which is crazy to say because like the inner workings of it was so compartmentalized that you could do so much with it. Also, I needed to switch that schema before we get into first things. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to skip chats. I sometimes have a tendency to miss stuff.
Our tears.
Jeez, what happened there? Apparel, shell, and there we go. Now we're on to the grind phase. It's much less
Tears fall into the cave.
pumping. But yeah, I definitely do like the PS3 though. I haven't played Wind Waker. Maybe if they release a Switch 2 Lite. Yeah, that's the way to do it. GameCube definitely did look better than the N64 though, 100%. Yeah. Okay, but Kid Me didn't really care about the graphics too much, right? Kid Me thought Majora's Mask looked perfect and there was no imperfections. It's crazy what we remember as kids, especially
Time to mix it up.
when it's like graphics and stuff like that. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what was that? Wait, what do you do? Excuse me. What does this thing do? Deep Protect Chaser makes physical attacks like attack more effective against enemies afflicted with Deep Protect, Curse, or Poison. Makes Rune more effective against enemies afflicted with D-Shell. Yes. I need to read more. That's my greatest flaw. I haven't read enough, apparently. This guy is weak to wind, right? No, lightning. It is resistant to wind. Ooh, ouchie. Alright, so... Wait. It's weak to lightning. Is it weak to ice? It is. Okay. Alright. Blocking that helps tremendously. Oh my gosh. Are you guys a fan of Pokemon? I have a funny Pokemon news that you guys have to check out. It's amazing. If you type in... Hold on, let me find it really quick. It's, this guy has created a whole meme, and it's funny because his views go straight up. Day 10 was the best, and it's on to day 11 right now. But Bulbasaur long neck. Essentially, every day he's making Bulbasaur's neck longer, like a long Furby. And so far, Bulbasaur has almost reached the sky. Things have happened. Drifloon might be a part of it now. It's been a crazy adventure for drawing a guy's neck longer every day. Have a good one, Colin. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's always good to see you again, man. Yeah, I do have to get off a little bit early tonight, so I plan on probably hopping off here in the next couple of minutes. Well, not a couple of minutes, but for like 20-ish or so. I got company coming over, and I gotta regrettably clean my room, as this is where we're really spending no time at. We're sleeping, I should say. It's sad to say, but my office space is kind of gross at times. I think that's just normal though. If you work and live in your office space, it's gonna get gross. At least it's not like gross smelly, it's just more so gross as in like, there's pop cans all over the place. The rug is not neat anymore, and it's very much probably creased to death. There might be a box or two that we can definitely get rid of now. Just small stuff like that.
A worthy opponent.
Alright.
You're so eager to die.
Ouch. Oh, wait. Not the right weapon.
Okay, let's do this.
Alright, we're just gonna wrap you with this. The deep protector D-shell didn't take. There we go. Man, I can't believe that actually does so much damage. Whoa! Alright. Oh yeah, now it's physical attacks. Ooh, that Curse Hunter though is so nice. Oh! Denied. Oh, I was denied that, man.
Get back to where you belong.
They just, oh, okay. Curse again. Recursed. A little bit of D-shell and Pearl. At least we're getting the monster parts. So I think this is the one we need to hunt down, right? I'm pretty sure. One dragon down. Okay, so we definitely do have a... Do please stop time. You know what? There's also a couple of other things that we could do here. There's supposedly a girl that we could hunt down. There are other things as well too that we could definitely do here. So I think let's do some of those. If I remember right, the girl is going to be here-ish tonight. Flash, it was also here-ish, or so they said. So we could definitely do that. We could take a swing around town as well too, because we have the EP for sure. So let's do that. Oh geez, where is the... Oh, it's you? You're the monster of the day? We do need more of those tickets as well too. D-shell, there we go. Is it Thunder? Thunder is weak to it. We could probably have used it, but not
for chaos.
D-shell on me. No, man. It was just the one. I thought there's two. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's a fat kitty cat. The cats are doing amazing though, guys. They are the cutest things ever in the whole wide world. Nothing can ever compare. Also, if it was a dog, not a cat. My bad. Alright, ghosties. Nothing? How many people did die? 389.
A great number of them. Let us offer prayers.
Oh, we also need clocks. We can hunt for clocks as well too, I think. Oh man, we gotta find a Langui shell too. All these things are definitely more difficult to find. We definitely do have that one set. We could by picking up that one doll. We're also just gonna make a quick peek around. See if we can't find anything specific. Wait, is this a clock? That is a clock. Seems to be working correctly. 9 out of 13 clocks, man. That is also a clock. 10 out of 13 clocks. Oh man, there's so many clocks here. I didn't even think about. Is that a combat suit? Oh, pretty. I will still be streaming regular times though, so what's going on is that I have a friend coming over earlier this week, and then I'll be hosting another friend later that week. So definitely no weekend streams this time around. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I think we thought the clocks, the rest of them were over here, which is probably the case. Yeah, that's probably the case. I can't believe we don't have a free right in there. That we actually have to stay out here, like commoners. If we could just wipe out those people, it would be beautiful. Oh.
I hope to God.
Wait, was that lady pink-haired? Dude! That lady... Okay, so the whole reason for the heretics to find their victims, right, was because of the pink hair. That lady was not pink-haired. They're just going out targeting people for no reason. That's it. Unless if that was a copycat. Oh, you know what? It's not the killers that's doing it. Or the heretics that are doing it, I bet you. It's another faction entirely.
You think you can beat me?
There is no EP at all in this place. This tear. It just tears, that's it.
Your time is over.
It always intrigued me that this little section was like full of monsters. Little back route. Cute tiled flooring. Can we actually just spam this? Yeah, we probably could just spam it.
Death, is it?
Alright, can we find anything? Definitely got that clock. Is there another clock tower by chance? I think there is. Or at least I'm pretty sure there is. Definitely did get that clock back there. Get this clock, okay? It's just a weird light. Ooh, quest!
Hello? Would you like to buy some tears? I can make you a great deal.
Every evening on the plaza at the end of the Idle Avenue near Luxurian's South Station, a young street merchant called Luca appears to sell bottles of her own tears. Hers must be a curious story. She might be willing to share with Lightning if only Lightning agrees to buy some of the unusual girl's offerings.
You're selling your tears? That's not something you see every day.
That's right. People say my tears are beautiful and majestic. They can't get enough. Some even call them the tears of an...
This was before Gamer Bathwater, guys. 13-3 predicted the future.
Angel. Would you like to see? Never mind. I guess I can't sell them to you.
But you've already taken my money.
Don't dwell on the money. It's not about that. I can't sell my tears to just anybody, you know?
I've never met a merchant who was bold enough to choose their customers.
I know, but I'm special. I can't give you a refund, but instead you can ask me anything you want. Anything at all.
No thanks, I'd rather not.
Then what if I tell you a story that'll make you want to ask me something? You see, I used to be an actress. This was a long time ago. But But then, one day, that thing happened. And I had to quit.
So compelling.
But I can cry on cue. That's what prompted me to start this business. Come on. Aren't you even the teeniest bit curious why I quit acting?
Not really, but I'll listen if you want me to.
Reverse psychology, huh? I'm not falling for that. Besides, I already gave you your money's worth. And that's all for today. If you want more, come back another time.
Nice. So there's a daytime and a nighttime. Just how many times do we have to keep coming back to them? Like, it obviously can't be too much, right? Here, we got that clock. Oh, this jazz, though. Cities in PS3 games were just so much more unique, I think. A lot of it has to deal with, like, the boxy style of it. Alright. So, no dead girl. Is there a clock over here? Part of it is also just, is it cool to do? Alright, let's do it. I think it's really their angle on things.
Oh, things have been good for me, having a skilled seed hunter like. I had a handful of great hunters, but they were all killed by some ugly monster that came. That's why I'm out here, all by my lonesome, looking for warriors with enough guts to take on the job of a seed hunter.
Oh, clock. That is most certainly a clock that we have not gotten yet. 11 out of 13. Isn't this the area where the lady was supposed to be said to be at? Wait. We seriously didn't get that clock? I thought we most certainly had. Okay. What about down over this way? We got one more chronostasis in us.
Make sure to tell the order about this.
Alright, let's check the back alleyway, shall we? There's gotta be something good over here. Nope. When there's ghosts to be had, it always kind of creeps me out a little bit, right? Because you're always expecting the unknown, like something to jump out at you. Oh, is that a little route? There's no clock there though. Chocobo Express. A little chocobo. There are so many chocos. Little world. Alright, we've definitely run around a little bit here. There doesn't seem to be too much. We'll probably hop back to the graveyard. Then farm until midnight. Yeah. That's probably the case. And then we can at least get some more extinct guys over here. The more extinct ones we get, the better. And essentially we're just kind of waiting out the clock until that midnight strike. Alrighty guys, well thank you so much for watching and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. We will definitely be back Wednesday, and I think we'll finally be almost through day 5 out of 13. We're definitely taking our time, but we've gotten so many side quests out of the way, it's crazy. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Every time you guys hang out and chat with me, and just being here, it always makes my night. And tonight I definitely could have used the pick-me-up, and it was definitely a huge pick-me-up. Enjoy the rest of the evening, enjoy the start of the week, have a good one, bye!